Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. I had a little adventure with Beth. We went to Cebu, and the main part of going to Cebu, we had a meeting with an anonymous subscriber who is absolutely adamant that we cannot reveal any information about him, but he is the man who is going to be helping us do our road, which is a huge amount of money, and he's authorized us to go and talk to the powers that be. We still haven't clinched the deal, but we're trying to find not a grader, because a grader wouldn't be able to make it up that tiny path, but we could be able to get what in the Philippines they call a preloader. And a preloader is like I don't know, like a heavy-duty snow plow. Let's put it that way. In other words, like a blade that goes down and it just scrapes everything in front of it. So that's what we're actually looking for. We've found something that's very similar, but not quite what we need. But anyway, that was one thing that we did. And this is not an update on the road, even though I've wandered off again. I tend to do this, don't I? You wouldn't want to go shopping with me because you'd turn around and I'd be lost. Well, what we actually tried to do was we tried to find axles. We'd been told that it was the front axles on our bongo, our Kia bongo, the big blue. And apparently the nester has been underneath, and he's been underneath with an arm bar, and he's poked around and prized a few places, and he's located that there is some damage, some play in the axles, and so that's on the 4x4. Of course, when we're in 4x2, the blue operates fine, but it's the 4x4, and that has been his guess. So we went to Cebu, and we went around all of the big places. Now, the big place that we have been told was Capitan. I'm not sure whether that's El Capitan or not. But anyway, we found that place, which is a very big supply of motor parts. And we spoke to a very efficient, knowledgeable young woman, and we explained what we needed, and she said, "Do you have a sample?" Now, I've explained to you before what it's like here. Here, if you, for something even as simple as, say, discs or disc pads for disc brakes, the best way to do it is to take the disc pads out that you have in your car or truck or vehicle, and take it to the parts place, put it on the counter and say, "This is what I need." And they look at it and they realize that it's a pair of disc pads, and off they go, and they find 2 or 3 different disc pads, and they come back, and the one that seems the most likely, you open the pack, put it next to the used one, that's the one, and you buy it, and then you take it back and you have the mechanic fit them. That's the way it works. Well, we didn't think that that was going to be the way that it would work with axles. Now, I have my reservations. No, I don't want to have the blue go to the side of the road in Talibon outside Nestor's place and have one wheel removed and then one axle taken out and blue left standing there on a jack or on a tree trunk or something, not knowing whether we're going to be able to get the part, because that's a no man's land that I don't fancy visiting again. Been there a few times. So I've hesitated to take out the axles that are in there right now. Now, when we went to give this is yesterday, we went to give some stuff away at the little girl's house, and we went there, and on our way we always pass on that particular side road that leads to the 3 little girls' house, we pass heavy duty trucks, which are obviously, I would think, for 4x4. And when we passed this particular time, there was a dump truck, a tipper truck if you're in the UK, and it was with the truck bed was up like this, revealing access to the motor and the running gear. And there were two guys there who looked like they knew what they were doing, because they had the thing stripped down. So we mentioned our problem, and we made an appointment for them to come round to the church today, which they didn't make because of some emergency. Then we went back today and passed them again today, and they apologized for not making that appointment. It's one of the things that you have to come to terms with in the Philippines. Okay, no point in getting upset and starting to get aggravated. You put on a smiling face and you say, how about today? No, how about tomorrow? And eventually you will get someone to come around, and that's our hope, that we will have someone round tomorrow, and he will come round to the church, which is where we've been dumping the Big Blue. Now, the way that we've been working live at the moment is our little red, which had the motor rebuilt and had some suspension work done on it again at Nestor's place, and is actually going very well. So apart from having a couple of Bohol tyres on the back, it amazingly is skipping up and down that atrocious road that we have leading to the house, and it hasn't been giving us any problems. We haven't been stuck once, in spite of going through the same stuff that the Big Blue got stuck in, so due to its 4x4 problems. Okay, so we've been doing that using the Big Blue from the church. We'll be doing my Sunday driving job tomorrow using the Big Blue. But what we've finally managed to get these mechanics to do is to go there early tomorrow. We've left the key with Timio, and Timio will be there, and they'll look at what the problem is, and then they'll give us their verdict. Now, when we talked about what the problem was, when they were working on this other vehicle, we explained what had happened, and the mechanic said, I'm surprised that that would be the axles, because if you haven't had the vehicle very long and it's been reconditioned, which is what the surplus people do, he said it would surprise me that so soon that the axles had gone so soon. So he mentioned another part, which is an adjustable mechanism on the 4x4, and he said it may well be that it's just an adjustment that needs to be done there. Well, I was going to argue and said no, I insist that it's a 40,000 pesos repair. No, I didn't actually, but you probably guessed that. So I said, that would be wonderful. When can you come? And he said, early tomorrow. Well, they'll have to be early, because I'll be there ready to start my pickup of all the children and mums and dads to take them to church, and we'll be there about 8 o'clock or maybe 8:30. So we're hoping that he will have been there and that he will have given us a heartwarming piece of news. So we'll keep you informed, and the saga of the Big Blue continues. It wasn't just a point of getting stuck. So right now we're all stocked up on ways of getting out of the mud if your 4x4 is working, and we're hoping when this crew of mechanics come and look at the vehicle tomorrow, that we will soon have a 4x4 that is working. Thanks for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye for now.